Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another classic podcast. Alright, without further ado, let me introduce my co-host. This time around, we actually have a new guest. First of all, he returns once again. His name is Luis.
Hi, everybody.
Alright, you seem to be going fine on my end, and on the other end, you know him from Let's Plays such as Infamous, Infamous 2, and from Classic Showdowns. It's Brandon.
What's up, everyone?
Alright. So we finally have this thing fucking working. It took itself long enough.
The pain.
Alright, guys, so, before we begin, we just want to say that we have to congratulate Brandon because he actually super binge-watched to be a part of this podcast.
Yep. I'm all caught up.
So, claps to him.
Thank you, thank you.
So basically, before we begin, Brandon, I want to hear your thoughts on Flash Season 1 and Arrow Season 3 before we begin. Just a quick synopsis of what you thought of them.
I honestly did not like Arrow Season 3.
But Flash is amazing.
Flash was amazing. Although it did have some predictable moments, Flash was amazing.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like, it was... Honestly, when I saw the Reverse Flash thing, I kind of thought he was Ybor Thawne from the future. I just instantly knew that.
Yeah, and then like I mentioned, I saw Eddie's death coming from like towards the beginning of the season.
Oh, totally. All right, and you said you did not like Arrow Season 3.
I did not.
No one did.
Did you? Except the Olicity shippers.
Yeah, I thought it just focused way too much on the Olicity drama.
It's just like we have Ra's al Ghul, one of DC's best villains ever, and we barely focused on him.
Yeah.
That was so disappointing. But anyway,
I heard that
let's hope
may
that
come back, he said.
I heard a rumor about that, but I'm not quite sure about that because it's like, how are they going to explain that?
Yeah.
All right. No big deal. All right, ladies. All right, so let's get this started. We're going to give our thoughts on... I feel like I have more to say with Arrow. Because more stuff happened in it. Well, the funny thing is, like, when you love a show like The Flash and it's just really high quality, you don't really have much to say because it's like, yeah, it's just really good. And you can only say that so many times. But... okay, so we'll start off with The Flash. Does anyone have anything they need to get out of the way right now for the review of The Flash?
I had something yesterday, but I completely forgot it. I do think, like, first of all, I think they're kind of a dick to the Kate character. Kate?
Caitlin?
Yeah, Caitlin.
Why are they a dick to her?
How many times does she have to lose her fiance? Do you ever realize that?
Well, that's because the guy playing him actually left the show. He left the yeah, he left the show to be part of the X-Files reboot on Fox. So
that's why he died.
For Firestorm, we're gonna get the Jason Rush Firestorm, the second one. Okay, so, but do you have anything else to go off from that?
I did see a connection between Eddie Thawne and Tommy Merlin. Like I thought they were kind of connected throughout the Flash and Arrow. How they're like the boyfriend of the main character's love interests, and then they both die at the end.
I meant, like, what do you have to say about the first episodes?
Episode? You mean the first episode of season 2?
Yes.
I thought it. I think I have high hopes for this season 2.
I think it looks really great. What?
Did you notice that on the villain, the Atom Smasher, that was Edge?
Oh yeah, that was Edge from WWE.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Well, Luis, Sean doesn't watch wrestling, so. But yeah, that. In case any WWE fans out there, Atom Smasher is played by Adam Copeland, who you might know as Edge from WWE.
Edge.
I keep telling Luis I don't watch wrestling, yet he always thinks I'm gonna know who they are. It's just funny. But anyway, Luis, what do you have to say about Flash episode 1? What?
Let's see.
Luis?
I mean, I think it's actually pretty good. What? You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Guys? Okay.
Yes,
I can hear you.
Luis,
What?
Luis?
Sorry.
just start talking.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. By season 1. By season 2, episode 1. Pretty much, I actually thought Barry was going to be alone the whole entire time.
Oh, that's totally in his character.
Kinda, yeah.
No, if you read the comics, he acts exactly like that. Where he puts pressure on himself for, like, everything. And he feels like he has to be the main hero of everything. He feels like he's destined to be a hero. So he kind of has, like, a messiah complex going on. But in a way, it's sort of true. That's the funny thing.
And
But, like,
Henry Allen.
Yeah, they released Henry Allen.
Yeah.
Finally,
Why?
after all these years, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gone."
I know.
Like, why?
It's just,
What is that going on? What's going on?
what is that annoying noise?
Sorry.
God, you gotta talk to us as soon as we speak to you, because you're really concerning me, man.
My bad. I'm just
Okay,
eating.
but anyway. Alright, so basically I'm gonna address what I loved or / liked about Flash episode 1. But when I mean episode 1, you know I mean season 2. So.
Yeah.
Anyway. What I really liked is, one, I felt like they're setting things up very nicely. But, like, at the same time, they're not shoving everything down our face the first episode. It's like, okay, we have the multiverse, which was established at the end of the first season. Okay, now we have these characters coming from the multiverse. Alright, and now we have... You know, I felt like even though they covered a lot, it didn't make it feel like it was cramped. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it was organic.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they try to shove everything down your throat in, like, 2 hours. It's like, what are you think? Anyway. But with Flash, another thing I liked is, one, I gotta say, I really liked the whole Flash Day thing. I thought that was really cool. How, like, Central City... You know what's weird?
But
Cities, when their heroes have superpowers, they embrace them and love them, but when they don't have powers, they think they're dangerous. Have you ever noticed that?
yeah.
Like with Superman in the Superman movie, oh my god, he's so amazing. But like with Batman, it's like, oh no, he's a vigilante, he can't be trusted. I'm like, the fuck? Like, they both do the same thing, but just differently. But anyway, but like, I love the whole Flash Day thing, because that actually does happen in the comics. The Atom Smasher was pretty cool. Though I was a bit disappointed that they killed him off in, like, the first episode, because I think Atom Smasher, he's, like, not a bad guy, he's just a guy put in a bad situation, and I think it would have been interesting to see more from him. But, like, another thing, I gotta say, I really enjoy the whole family aspect of the Flash between Barry and the West family. I just really enjoy it. Because... Luis and I, we discovered the other night that Joe West was actually made up for the show. Like, he was a completely made-up character for the show, and they've done a really good job with him, and they make you feel like he was actually part of the Flash mythos. Like, if you've never read the comics, you could totally see him being in the comics.
Yeah.
Which is something I really enjoy. Things I didn't like, I don't really have much to say on things I did like. I just have nitpicks. Oh, you know what the nitpick is?
What?
The Harrison Wells thing when he confessed the murder. It's like, wait, but Ybor Thawne despises Barry Allen. I was so looking forward to him like roasting him on like the recording. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did to him to make him really pissed off.
Well, remember, he when they were working together, when he was pretending to be Harrison Wells, he started to grow fond of Barry and all the other people.
That's true, but like, I don't know. Like, I get why it's there, and I agree with you from that point of view. But like, I mean,
you mean
at the
like
end of the
you
day,
should have
he's-
sent like a dark like message, like right after he confessed?
I feel like he should have said, "I'm confessing because at this point I have failed at what I want to do, and I might as well get something out of this." And I don't know, just like something like that. I'm not quite sure how they would have done it. It just felt like to me, because like if you look at Ybor Thawne's history with Barry Allen, it is very messed up. Like, and that's the thing I'm glad the Flash hasn't really addressed, is that Ybor Thawne is such a confusing character because he's from the future, and they can make it confusing as hell
Yeah.
in the comics. Like, Luis, remember when we looked up Ybor Thawne and we were just so confused?
Yeah. Hey, what
It
the
was
hell?
like,
Five of them?
no, it's like, no, there's like, Ybor Thawne is like, well, now that I've made the negative Speed Force, even if I kill Barry Allen, I'll still create this effect where I keep my powers, even though I wouldn't want them if I didn't know who Barry Allen was. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then Ybor Thawne, he's the Barry Allen Flash, but I believe he introduced himself in a Wally West Flash comic, and all this time travel shit, and it really confused the hell out of me. And there was another one where it's like Ybor Thawne actually gave Barry his powers, so it was a circle effect, and I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But they kind of did that in the show because Harrison Wells knew about the lightning thing.
Yeah.
So they kind of did that. But like, I love how the show is like, look, we're going to take the best thing about the Ybor Thawne story, and we're going to take away all the things that make no sense. Like, ever notice the show never addresses why he hates Barry?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they don't, because it's so confusing, I don't even want to bring it up. But anyway, is there anything... Okay, basically, Flash, I gotta say, it was cool seeing Jay Garrick at the end. It's like, I mean, come on, Luis. We've wanted Jay Garrick ever since the helmet flew out of the portal at the end of last season.
Yeah. But they
Did you
give
say-
him, no, they
Yeah, you
gave
know,
him like
Luis-
1 minute at the end of the show.
Yeah, but like, they always do that stuff. It's sort of like watching a Marvel movie. It's like, come on, we gotta stick to the very end because they. Though thankfully they don't make me sit through a bunch of credits. It's like, oh my god, yeah, I know. But anyway, so basically, you guys have anything else to say? Because I don't really, like I said, it's kind of hard to talk about the Flash because I just really like it so much that I don't really know how to review it. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
Well, now's your time to chime in your opinion, Luis. I haven't heard much from you.
Sorry. It's weird.
Are you playing a game right now?
No, actually, I'm trying to see the download of the
Okay,
Uncharted. Sorry.
well, focus on Flash. Tell us what
Sorry,
you thought
okay.
of the Flash.
Well, let's see. It's been 6 months after the wormhole or black hole, whatever. Again, I'm looking forward to Zoom. And
Yeah, how do you think they're gonna make Zoom?
Yeah, I already definitely got the character who is going to be playing as Zoom. Also,
Yeah, tell
if
me.
you, guys, sorry, Sean, if you actually want to see Zoom, type in the Flash UK trailer.
I know, I looked that up. The thing is with Zoom, I'm gonna answer Brandon's question, is they are not adapting Zoom at all, the one that's from the comics. The one that's from the comics, his name is Hunter Zolomon, and he's actually Wally West's Reverse Flash. Whereas Zoom on the show is based off the Jay Garrick Reverse Flash, but his name was The Rival. That was literally the villain's name, The Rival, which is the stupidest name for a villain ever. So, they're, unfortunately, it's just unfortunate because everyone's favorite Reverse Flash is usually Eobard Thawne. Mine is actually Hunter Zolomon. I think he's actually more interesting because, like, he's a villain, but at the same time, he says he's doing everything to make Wally a better hero. Because it's kind of complex, but it's actually really interesting. But the thing is, speaking of Wally West, if you've seen the actor that's going to play Zoom, is actually someone I personally see Wally West and Zoom being the same person, but Zoom is future Wally West or alternate dimension Wally West, where he hates Barry Allen because he failed him in a way. So that will be interesting to see what happens. That's just my prediction. I mean, honestly, The Rival is such a lame villain. They can do whatever they want with him to make it more interesting.
Fear me,
So
I am
anyway,
the
we got-
rival.
Fear me, I am the rival. I'm just a shadow. Literally, that's all he was. He was just a shadow that ran really fast. God, no wonder why they wanted to change him. Because the more we talk about him, the more he just sounds like he sucks. Okay, so is there anything you guys did not like? I actually have one more thing, but before that, I'll let you guys speak.
What I did not like, I didn't like that. Crap. Okay, actually, I didn't like it. I actually liked everything. I got
No,
nothing.
I'll tell you what. Brandon?
I kind of found it hard to think about. I find it hard to think about some stuff not to like about it. I think it's still way too early in the season to nitpick the season.
We're talking but we're talking about like episodes exclusively for right now. So
Honestly, I can't think of a thing either.
I'll tell you what I didn't like. The very beginning, they show you the city is fine after the wreckage, and they don't show you.
Oh, they don't show you like any damage other than like jitters.
Yeah, but they don't show you like. They just make you instant like it's a normal day, and it's like, wait a minute, where's that damn black hole from the beginning? You're like, that's where I wanted them to start off on, but nope.
Well, didn't they start off with like a dream of berries or something?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did it. It confused the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
I know, right?
But then after they showed the flashback, I'm like, okay, fine, I get it. But at the same time, I wish they would have shown us that flashback first, and then they should have shown us the whole.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. That was really my only complaint. And Brandon, we're reviewing episode by episode, not by season. Okay, so that was
Flash.
the Flash, man.
Yeah,
this
I see what
review
you're
of the-
saying, like that flashback where he, did the thing and then you see Ronnie die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that
It's like
should
I
have
wish they would have
started. Because the dream.
That's where they should have started, because at the beginning you're like, what is going on? Like, really? Are we not? I thought they were going to flat out ignore it, and that would have pissed me off. Because I was like, okay, you're really starting to piss me off. Anyway, Luis, what did you think of that?
Honestly, it was actually kind of confusing for me. Like, wait, what the hell just happened? And then out of nowhere, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. It made no sense, but thankfully they showed it to us.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have been very mad. But anyway, okay, well, our review of The Flash, guys, was not even 20 minutes long.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, it's so hard to review something. It's like, if we were to reviewing the show is really hard because there really isn't much to complain about. I mean, when you don't like something, you could talk way more about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
How about we watch like the first? Sean, How about we watch
What?
like the first 5 episodes and then we do the podcast?
No, that wouldn't
Is
make.
there-
No, that's way too long. No. I prefer our format because, well, not only that, I think we're going to be talking mostly about Arrow, like I said, because they did. Should we just start the review for Arrow right now?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I just do it.
Arrow season 1. Arrow episode 1 of season 4. I feel like I'm the only one that thought it was just okay. Like, currently this week, people actually thought it was their favorite episode on TV this week,
Yeah.
which baffled the crap out of me. I'm like, what? I thought it was
I'm
just
kind
okay.
I'm kind of on the same page with you, Sean. I thought it was, all right. I hope they can execute it more down the line before this turns into another, crap season like
Season
season 3.
Yeah. Luis, do you agree with us? Do you think it was just okay, or were you one of the people that praised it to the moon?
I think it was okay. I mean, I wish they actually showed more of Damien Dark than Olicity.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like now we're at the show is cornered. I feel like it's trying to appeal to the comic book fans and then it's trying to appeal to the Olicity shippers. Like, they're trying to appeal to both, and I feel like, okay, it's like, you have to make up which fan base you want to focus mostly on. Do you want to focus on the people that started watching this for it being a comic book adaptation? Like, come on, guys, we watch this because it's a comic book show. Everybody started watching this because it's a comic book show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did anybody say, hey, I want to watch the Green Arrow show because I want to see the romances involved? Did anybody say that when they started watching this show?
Nope.
No.
It's just bullshit, and it just feels like I'll give the writers credit. They were trying to appeal to the Olicity fans, so they do care what the fans want. But at the same time, it's like, is what the fans want, is it really as important as making a good show? Like for example, like, we want to see Green Arrow with Black Canary because that's just the way it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, like, I've actually stated that if the writers don't feel that they can make it's on such weird level between those two right now, honestly, I feel like those two don't even talk to each other that much anymore. Like, even when they're in the same scene together, it just feels like, hey, we have to talk to each other because we're told to.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, and I know it's a TV show, but at the same time, the whole point is to get lost into it for an hour and make it feel like you actually think this is happening. But to me, whenever Laurel and Oliver are in the same room, it's like, hey, we're only talking to each other because we're on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't even feel like they're friends anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like they just exist in the same plane and they're not even doing anything with it. So I stated that if they start a romance out of nowhere without foreshadowing it between those two, I would not like it, even though it's the two I want to see together.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I said, well, okay, if Olicity is going to be the main thing from now on, fine. Just make it good. That's all I want. All I want is for it to be good. At the end of the day, come on, guys. There is no such thing as a 100% perfect adaptation of anything, especially comic books.
Yeah.
Like, we could look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe where they literally take stories from the comics and put it into a movie. I guarantee you none of it is 100% accurate. I mean, that's just where we are. But personally, I think Arrow Season 4 Episode 1 tried way too many things in 1 hour.
Yeah.
It felt like, okay, we gotta show the Olicity. Okay, we gotta show the Green Arrow. Okay, we gotta show Damien Dark. We have to show Thea's road to madness. We have to show John Diggle and his relationship with his daughter and his. I'm like, what? Can we just sit down and focus on one thing?
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
honestly,
there's 23 episodes. Can't they just do everything, take it one episode at a time?
yeah, exactly. There's so many episodes of these seasons. I mean, personally speaking, I would rather us go the Daredevil route and show us 13 episodes. Because when I mean, admittingly, even though we like these shows, there are a lot of filler episodes that, in the long run, really don't matter.
Mhm.
Like, I was rewatching season 2 of Arrow, and I'm like, because I'm gonna reference the Huntress episodes. Like, they were cool episodes, but like, did they affect anything in the main story? Not really.
What is going on there?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Luis.
Luis?
Sorry,
Luis.
my brother just interrupted me.
Hey, put up a sign, man.
Yeah, or go to that one room where no one's in it. Like you were the other day.
That's my garage.
Okay.
That's a garage.
What up? Okay.
What?
But anyway, we're going. All right. So, I will say this though, and the thing is with Green Arrow, Luis, you showed me this, is that this episode was the highest rated episode it's ever had, like in terms of how many people were watching it. Right?
What?
Luis, I was talking to you, brother.
Sorry, it's
Didn't
interruption.
you show me? Didn't you show me that this was the most highly seen episode of Arrow, like the most watched episode of Arrow in its show's history?
Yeah.
And what was the name of the episode? Green Arrow. So that tells me that there are more comic book fans watching this than Olicity shippers.
Yep.
I just cannot believe that, you know what I'm saying? I just can't believe that a majority of the ratings are this little shipping group. There's no way. Which is actually funny because I was looking up numbers last season of the ratings, and the most highly rated episodes were actually the ones where they focused more on Laurel than anything.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
funny. And Olicity, the heavy Olicity episodes were like the least watch. And I'm like, I don't know what else I need to show proof to these people. I'm just so sick of it. And is it possible that we get just an organic, legit conversation between Oliver and Felicity that doesn't involve them being all over each other?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, okay, we get it, you two are together, you two are happy, but, like, we're in the middle of, like, a really dangerous situation here. So could we, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm taking too much time. Does anyone want to add what they thought?
I really hope
I just
that
lost my
Felicity
train of
says
thought.
no to the marriage.
What did you say?
I really hope that
Lisa.
that Felicity says no to Oliver to marriage.
I know. But, like, is there anything else?
Let's see.
I mean, there was a lot more than just that. There was...
It was Captain Lance with Damien Dark.
That was
Wow.
the most interesting that...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
what I was
pretty
going to talk about. Arrow
That's surprising.
fighting people with powers now.
Oh, dude. I said in the previous podcast, that's what I was the most looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because I am like I guess I'm one of the few people that I'm tired of seeing superhero movies and superhero shows where they try to take everything so realistically that nobody has any powers.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, look, man, you know what you're adapting. You are adapting some crazy shit. Just go with it. But, like, I have to say, okay, I almost forgot about these, and that's not a good thing. The flashbacks. I feel like they led us on and disappointed us because we were told that Coast City was going to be where they are, which, by the way, is the home of Green Lantern, by the way. And did anybody see that?
Yeah, did you see the jacket?
I saw the Hal Jordan jacket, I did. And that's, Brandon, that's the Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, did you guys see the billboard that said "In brightest day, in blackest night"?
I did.
I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, the funny thing is though, it was like, am I like, CW, are we making a Green Lantern show? Are we just getting all these Easter eggs just because you're a bunch of pricks? I mean, that would be awful. The second option, because I think I've stated that show would have way too high of a budget. Like, there's no way they could fund. I mean, like, they almost run out of episode budgets, like, just filming The Flash. Like, they spent their entire budget on season finale with just the black hole alone. How are you going to make it something as bizarre as Green Lantern? You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't see how they can make a Green Lantern show, so why are you constantly teasing us? But,
and now all is back on Leon Yu.
Yeah, man, I am just so tired of that damn island, honestly.
Back on Leon Yu.
I'm like, god damn it, I thought we were... I feel like, god damn it. I was just... My reaction was, are you serious? We're back here? I thought we were past this place.
Well, season 1. Honestly, I honestly like Leon Yu on season 1 and 2.
Yeah, but like after he left, I didn't want to go back there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm done with this place. I want to see him interact with society. I mean, personally speaking, and this is come on, I thought it was interesting when they showed us him being like a first-time vigilante trying to capture that guy. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Though admittingly in season 3, he had a chance to go home straight away, and he's like, nah, I'm not going home yet. I'm like, you fucking moron.
Now he doesn't want to go home at all because he doesn't want to face...
I feel like what I like about this episode is they're showing us like the transition from him being like in the present time he's trying to be the lighthearted guy that we all know from the comics. That I do like. And in the flashbacks, he's becoming the dark guy we know from season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That I will admit that's a pretty interesting dynamic they have going on. Because like in the beginning of the show, he was lighthearted and not very serious, and in the present time he was the dark serious character. Now it's sort of flipped.
Yeah.
And I have to admit I do like that. But let's see, what else do we got? Honestly, I feel like I could go way into depth into this show. Okay, Brandon, say your thoughts.
Well, like we all mentioned, it's kind of exciting that they're gonna finally bring in someone with actual powers for Arrow to fight, something like new instead of the same old like Arrow fights this powerless guy and wins kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, this is not based off the episode, but have you heard of the speculation that people are thinking Thea might become the Red Hood?
No, there's no way. Red Hood is a Batman character.
I heard fans are actually speculating on that.
If they do that shit, they better not do that shit.
Because of how
Brendan, no one can replace Jason Todd as Red Hood.
No one. That's like his character. You ruined the entire. I'm not criticizing you, Brandon. I'm just saying,
no,
like, if that's
fans,
true,
that's what they're thinking.
No fucking way. If that's the case, then this is a full-on Batman show.
Exactly.
Screw Green Arrow. Just give him the cape and the cowl. Like goddamn. Now she might become Red Arrow. I'll believe that.
Yeah.
But Red Hood? Fuck that. That's just stupid.
Hey, wasn't Roy's new name Jason?
Was it?
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so I was
it
gonna
was.
say, what if he became the Red Hood?
Oh, no, but he's done with the
No,
show. He's only showing up for like guest appearances. Good theory, though.
Also,
I'm sure that was a reference.
Also, I have a question. So if
Sure.
the Lazarus brought back Thea to life, how come they can't use it on Sarah?
No, they're going
They're
to.
going to?
They're going to.
They're going. They've confirmed
Oh.
it. That's how she's gonna be White Canary in Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, nice. I was just
Which-
thinking that as soon as I saw Thea be easily brought back to life, I'm like, wait, why don't they just do that for Sarah?
Because season 3 is awful and they don't think about anything.
That's true, yeah.
What can they be like for Tommy?
Yeah, I think I told you this, Brandon, but remember that assassin Oliver was talking to at the end of season 3?
Yeah.
A lot of people have speculated that that is Tommy Merlin.
Yeah, why can't they bring him back with the Lazarus?
Well, it makes sense because Malcolm Merlin is now even though he just became the new Ra's al Ghul, it makes sense that he would know where tons of Lazarus pits are because there are Lazarus pits all around the world, according to the comics. So it's just like, why not say he knew where a Lazarus pit was? And you know what I'm saying?
He can bring back everyone that he lost.
Man, the Lazarus pit. No, not his wife. His wife is too dead.
Yeah, true.
Like
Yeah.
it's been over. I think the limit is what, a year. I'm just gonna
Pretty much,
speculate
yeah.
that Tom. I'm just gonna speculate that at the end of season 1, somehow Malcolm knew that Tommy was dead, and so he resurrected him. Tommy joined the League of Assassins without revealing who he's related to, and thus he was trained. That's my
Maybe.
speculation.
Wait, at this point hasn't Tommy been dead for over a year?
No, but I said like at the end of season 1, Malcolm knew somehow. That's what I'm thinking. Like on the news, he saw like rich Merlin guy dead at this location. He went and got him, and then, well, then again, I'm pretty sure he would know where his son's grave is. Yeah. So there we go. So anyway, what was our favorite thing about this episode? Because there were things I liked.
Like we've mentioned already, the fact that Arrow's going to be going up against a guy with powers, like with actual powers.
I gotta say, bro, I'm just really glad we're finally calling him Green Arrow.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, because I kept calling him Green Arrow throughout the whole series, and everyone's like, no, he's not called that. I'm like,
Dude,
But
he
shut
is
the
the
hell
Green
up.
Arrow. He's always been the Green Arrow, in my opinion.
yeah, no, I know. It's just like, look, he's been called Green Arrow since day 1 of his creation. I'm calling him Green Arrow. I don't care what the TV show calls him. They can call him Smorgasbord, and I'm still calling him
Smorgasbord.
Green Arrow.
You can call him 24, and I'll still call him Green Arrow.
Yeah, but the fact that they finally acknowledged it, it's like, oh my god, thank you. It's about damn time. Also, I think we have to admit that new costume is pretty awesome. So, it's ripped straight out of the New 52 of Green Arrow comics. I love it. Another thing I really enjoyed is, I gotta say, Thea is still my most looked forward to character this season.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just think, like, throughout all of the show, she's been more of a side character.
Yeah.
But but the whole time I was watching the first 3 seasons, I'm like, you know what? This character has so much potential because she's based off the Mia Deirdre character from the comics. But her backstory in the comics is, like, really messed up, so they, like, changed her name and made her his sister.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart because according to the CW, Oliver will fuck everybody except his family. I mean, come on, it's so true.
Sarah, Laurel, Felicity,
Shadow. Like, come on, Luis. He sleeps with everybody. Luis?
Yeah.
God damn it, Luis.
Sorry. Just listening.
You
You're
can
supposed
feel free to
you
just jump right in, like I always do.
Yeah, exactly. I encourage that kind of behavior.
About superpowered people, I can't wait for Constantine.
That's right. The character John Constantine is actually going to be appearing in this show. He was part of the NBC Constantine show, but it got canceled, so CW is like, hey, we're going to use this character in our season.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty
Awesome.
cool. I never watched Constantine because it was on like at this worst time slot ever.
True.
Wasn't it on like at 10 o'clock at night on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the worst time slot ever. I mean,
And what about the introduction of Hawkman and Hawkgirl?
we'll get into that. You need to tell me what you liked about season 4, episode 1.
What? It's actually pretty easy. I like Damien Dark.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Like,
Definitely.
he was way more memorable and more intimidating than all last year of Ra's al Ghul. Like, as soon as he like stepped into that meeting and he started talking, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like this guy. He's gonna be an awesome villain. And it was just so cool when he used the telekinesis to stop the arrows from hitting him.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
but at the okay, this is a nitpick, but like, what if Oliver just aimed for his legs?
Yeah, that's
Hey Sean.
that's what
Well, let Luis talk. What were you saying?
Brandon, you go first.
Well, I think him stopping him stopping the arrow with the telekinesis powers. I think that also adds more suspense. Like, how is Arrow gonna beat this guy? Whereas, you know, it's just like a normal criminal. We've already seen him beat him like 100 times. It finally gives you that feeling. Like, how the hell is Arrow gonna beat this guy?
He calls the Flash. Which is really funny because, like, if remember that epic, awesome fight with Green Arrow, Flash, Firestorm versus Reverse Flash. Remember, Green Arrow was the one that kicked his ass more than anyone.
Yeah.
It was just so. My analogy was so Barry and Ronnie are just sitting back and watching Oliver do all the work for them. So I don't know. It's just funny. It's just like, I feel like with Arrow, the solution is always to call Barry to take care of the problem. But like with the Flash, it's like we gotta call Green Arrow.
Yeah.
I always feel like that's how it is. It's like, hey, even though we fight superpowered beings all the time, for some reason Oliver is really good at kicking their ass. We should call him. And in like Arrow, it's like, God, these people without powers, they're just too strong. Fuck, we gotta call Barry. I'm like, what? You know?
Yeah.
It's like in that crossover episode they had last season's. It was like Arrow was able to, I mean, in the Arrow versus Flash fight, come on, Green Arrow beat Barry.
Yeah.
Come on. He did. And in the episode after that, they show Captain Boomerang, and for some fucking reason, Green Arrow has a hard time fighting Captain Boomerang. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Now is the time for superpowered villains, because after the Flash, I'm like, look, I don't want to hear no bullshit that Oliver can't fight superpowered beings. I'm done with it. But anyway, Luis, now what were you going to say?
What was when Damien cut himself? What was he like? That shrine. What was it?
I have no clue. Do you guys want to know where Damien Dark came from in the comics?
Where?
Yeah.
Teen Titans.
Just like Deathstroke.
Oh.
Yeah, but Deathstroke is like has a history with Green Arrow. So he's as much of a Green Arrow villain as a Teen Titans villain in my book. So like Damien Dark, he was like in this one mini series, and then he never saw him again. So like Zoom, they're basically doing their own version of Damien Dark. He's basically Damien Dark in name only, so there's really no history with this guy, which I think is absolutely interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's not comic book accurate, but when the characters suck, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, and another thing I liked is, wait, there's one more thing we definitely have to speculate on, but I'll do it after this point. Admittingly, even though I don't like it, I have to admit I do feel this season 4 episode 1 did do a good job of pleasing both fan bases of the comic book and the Olicity fan base, because at the end of the day, I think they both got the same amount of screen time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, even though I want more comic book than Olicity, at the same time, I do commend them for trying their best to balance both of it. So, another thing I enjoyed it. Okay, now should we move on to nitpicks?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Let's move on to nitpicks.
All right.
All right. How does nobody know that Oliver Queen is the Green Arrow?
I have no idea. That makes me confused too.
Like he's like, I'm following the Arrow's footsteps. I'm like, wait, wasn't Oliver Queen accused of being Arrow in season 3, and now this random guy out of nowhere is claiming that he wants to honor his memory? Yep, it's Oliver Queen.
Well, don't they all think it was Roy that was?
Yeah, because he framed himself.
Yeah. So they think it's Roy.
That was
Roy's gone, so now it's Oliver. He's deceiving the people for that.
Right. That's what I would have thought, because it's like. It just makes so much sense, because it's like, if I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, this guy is totally Oliver Queen. If I'm watching if I'm a normal citizen in Star City, number 1, I'm moving out. 2,
yeah, fuck that. I'd rather live in New York City than Star City.
I'm moving to Central City. I mean, yeah, there's superhero beings, but hey, at least it's nice and bright and sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like it's like, if I'm a normal citizen and I'm seeing this guy, I'm like, wait, wasn't Oliver Queen supposed to be Arrow? I'm like, oh, it's him. Another nitpick is, how the hell does nobody know Laurel is the Black Canary? I mean, that mask does not do a good job protecting her identity.
Exactly.
It is like, come on, Luis, you have to admit that is so true.
Luis?
Here we go again.
Luis.
I guess
There.
oh my god, bro, please pay attention.
I am. It's just.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Pretty much. Oh crap. Sorry, it's just. Sorry, it's just. I'm tired and I'm trying to listen right now.
All right.
Okay, well, anyway, we were talking about how Black Canary, her mask sucks, and there's no way nobody should be able to figure out who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that mask is horrible. Like, it made sense when she wore the wig.
Sean.
What?
Black Canary was like right next to a cop, and like, how can that cop not recognize her?
I know. I'm like, no. What pissed me off is that her coworker did not recognize her, and she sees her like every day. How do you not know that's her? It's the exact same face. It's the exact same hair. Ooh, they put a black mask. That ain't fooling no one. It's like if I walked up to you guys wearing a mask, you would know it's me. I mean, oh my god. It's just a nitpick, but seriously. I mean, admittingly, I think they kind of did that with Sarah a bit too. I'm like, there is no way they don't know it's her.
Yeah,
Like,
except they kind of pushed up Sarah's boobs up, so.
okay, and it's all in the face, bro. First of all, that was done for the fans. We all know that. Ugh.
True.
Oh, God, I can't wait for Sarah Lance to come back.
Yeah. It was kind of weird.
I-
We think she's dead throughout all of season 1. She comes back in season 2. She dies in season 3. And now she's coming right back.
That bitch has died like... No, and remember, we thought she died in that flashback, too.
Yeah.
Remember? So far in Oliver's life, he has thought that she has died, like, what, 4 times?
Exactly.
Like, she is like... You know what Sarah is? She is the comic book trope of characters always dying but always coming back. That's exactly what she is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's so true. But I swear to God, if she dies in Legends of Tomorrow and they bring her back like next season, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, God damn it, Sarah.
Isn't Ray Palmer also supposed to be in Legends of Tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he's the Atom.
Yeah, he's
so
the Atom.
he just shrunk before that whole thing exploded, so it didn't affect him, which makes sense to me.
Even
so.
though everyone thinks he's dead.
We got to move on to that part, too.
Yeah, because you saw that billboard when they were heading back to Star City.
Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about that, but I was going to talk about the very end of the first episode of Season 4. Whose grave was it?
Yeah. Whose grave was that?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, here's the thing that pisses me off. Didn't it say 6 months later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we not gonna know who it is until like the very end of Season 4?
Probably.
Pretty much.
Why would they do that?
Hey, Sean.
Like, what up?
I think we forgot one thing we kind of missed.
Okay.
John Diggle and Hive.
That's true. So Hive was finally mentioned in this, which I'm glad. Well, we all knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, didn't we?
Definitely.
But like, I'm more curious about Captain Lance finding out that he's Hive. That was super interesting.
Yeah.
Like, theory time. I think Lance is only doing it because he doesn't want to die from Damien Dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's my honest opinion. I can't think of anything else. Like, what do you guys think?
Pretty much, I already saw what Damien Dark is actually capable of about his telekinesis powers to actually that soldier. Damn.
Yeah.
I know. He has the power of Cole McGrath, where he can absorb people's life energy.
I'd like to see him in a battle with Cole.
Cole would win. He just summoned a lightning storm on him.
How did Damien Dark
Brandon,
get that?
Dude, it's gonna be explained.
Okay.
Like, I love how you ask us questions. I'm like, I'm not a writer. I don't know. Like I said, this is their own adaptation of a character that was in like 7 comics, so they're doing whatever they want with him. So who knows where they're taking him? But honestly, it makes me really excited.
Me too.
So like, so is there anything else before we move on to the grave thing?
Not that I can think
No.
of.
All right. So it's time to play the game of whose grave is it anyway? Okay, so one, I'm pretty pissed off that they did that. I think it would have been better
To show us
if
who
we
it
had
was.
saved those last 2 minutes. It was us showing more about with Lance,
Yeah.
showing him like how he became a member of Hive. I know they're gonna show us that, but it's like I would have preferred if you had shown us why he's doing that at the end of that episode. I did not need that grave thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's doing it for
I mean-
what's called ballistic. I mean, not Laurel.
Yeah, he's defending his family, even though her daughter is now a badass martial artist that can more than defend herself. Oh no, I don't get Lance's logic sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like in the first season, he was all against the Green Arrow. He's like, I'm bringing this guy in. Then season 2, he's like the Jim Gordon of the show, where he's the cop that helps the vigilante. And then all of a sudden, he finds out that his daughter died again, which, in my reaction, would have been, she'll come back next Tuesday.
I think once Sarah comes back, that's how Lance will feel.
He's just like, you have died on me like, what, 3 times? I'm done. I'm like,
Nah,
I'm
I
so
bet
done.
he'll have some sort of hatred for her after that. I don't think he's just gonna forget it all and just welcome her back. I think there's gonna be some form of hatred for it.
I guess, but my thing is, I personally think, did they say the gender of whose grave it was? Did they say it was a girl?
No,
No.
I was taking guesses, and I thought it was either Tommy or Moira.
No, it's 6 months later. So it happens after the season is over. Well, there have been some fans. A lot of people have been saying that it's John, which I would be really mad if they did that.
I don't
Yeah,
want.
me
I don't
too.
want them to kill Diggle.
Yeah, man.
Diggle's like one of my
Well, they're
favorites.
like, well, he's like one of my favorite characters of the show.
What if they kill off Lila?
Who? I'm sorry, I forget at the moment.
Lila, isn't that
Lila.
the wife? The wife?
Yes.
Yeah, the wife of Diggle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Well, then why the fuck is Oliver at the grave alone?
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like he would have more of an impact on it than Diggle. Which wouldn't make any sense.
I
But,
mean, I
like,
guess they can kind of go up to cliche, like at the beginning, like Diggle and Oliver. Diggle doesn't really like Oliver at the moment, at first.
Yeah.
And at the end,
Yeah.
he starts liking him and ends up like maybe sacrificing his life for Oliver. That kind of cliche.
I really hope they
But
don't do
I
that.
really hope Diggle doesn't die.
I mean, he just got a new costume,
I
man.
know.
I mean, yeah, he looks like Magneto, but damn. He does, man. I mean, and okay, another speculation is Thea. I will be utterly mad
If they turn her
do
into
that.
the Red Hood.
I know.
No, I'm gonna be. If they
If they
kill her,
kill
I'm
her-
going to be so mad. Like, it's like this. It's like Arrow always does this. It builds up its characters to do something great,
And they kill
and
him.
then all of a sudden, yeah, then they either kill them or they send them away, a la Roy.
Yeah.
If they do that shit with Thea, I am going to rage quit. Because, what, is Felicity going to become the next sidekick? Well, she was in the Atom suit, which was so stupid.
Yeah.
That was really stupid. Like, that pissed me off. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's another speculation going around that it's going to be Felicity. I'm telling you right now, that's not happening.
I don't want Felicity to die either.
A lot of people do, and that's what I kind of feel like that's how they want you to think. That's who they want you to think it is.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, well, Barry showed little to no reaction to the death. If it was Felicity, he would be upset at that,
Yeah.
man, because they had a thing.
Yeah.
So he would not be all casual about it. He would have been very serious about it as well. So, like, for me, I think it's Lance.
Lance, maybe Diggle. I'd hate to admit it, but maybe Diggle. So I can
Yeah.
see them going with that cliche.
There's
Maybe,
also
like-
people saying... Oh, what were you saying?
Maybe it's like maybe like a new character, you know?
Yeah, like maybe a
Like,
character we
I-
haven't found
an
out
old
about.
friend of Oliver. Like an old friend of Oliver's.
Yeah, isn't
We've-
in the next episode old friend of theirs coming back?
I
In
believe...
the next
so.
episode,
I'm
her
not-
name's like Jessica or something.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, because I just read about what the next episode's
Oh.
supposed to be about, and she's like supposed to run for mayor, and Oliver and Thea don't want her to because they'll pass.
Oh, you're
Who cares?
right. I think that's
Hey,
who it
hey,
is then.
Yeah,
I'm just guessing this is not true at all. What if what if it's what if it's the girl that Oliver got pregnant
I was thinking about that, man.
and he has to
Connor
raise
Hawk.
up Connor?
Connor Hawk. They gotta show him eventually.
Yeah.
And he has to
I was
raise
just thinking that, Luis.
him up, and
I'm
Oliver
like,
has to raise him
well-
on his own.
what?
Oliver has to raise him on his own.
Oh, God. Wait, so they're doing what I've wanted Spider-Man to do for years? Raise a kid? God damn it.
Hmm.
But like, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be that mayor lady. I don't remember her name.
Jessica.
It's Jessica. I feel
Here,
it's her.
I'll look it up right now.
Okay, well, make sure you don't log off the...
I will. I'm using my phone.
Okay. I feel like that's who it is, but at the same time, I've also heard people saying Laurel. I'm like, oh god, please no.
It definitely won't be Laurel.
It looks like a Black
still
Canary
think
then.
No, I still think
Dude,
at
if
the
they-
end of the series, they're going to put Oliver and Laurel somehow together.
Yeah, the series finale is them going to be married to each other. That's what I
Yeah.
feel. Because it's like
Yeah.
after that... It's like after that, what are you really going to do? I mean, I'm not saying you can't make an interesting show with a married couple. You definitely can. But I feel like with Arrow, I feel like that's where you stop.
I know they're not doing it for the comics, but is in the comics is
Laurel's dad alive?
I think, off the top of my head, I think Captain Lance is a made-up character.
I think so too, yeah. I think I looked it up too, and I think, yeah, he is. Okay, anyway, her name is, the friend that's coming back, her name is Jessica Danforth.
It's gotta be
Yeah.
her. Okay, if Laurel dies, are we done with this show?
Probably, yes.
I am done if
pretty
they do
much.
that because if they kill off Black Canary, the second most important character in the Green Arrow mythos besides Green Arrow himself, I'm done. Because, like I said, I do not like, so far, I'm not liking how they're handling her character in what I've seen from the first episode of Season 4, where they're, like, making her a side character. I'm like, no! She is the second most important character in the mythos of Green Arrow.
Yeah.
You cannot
True.
ignore her. And not only that, I thought Laurel was the best thing about Season 3.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
she was the most interesting. Like, she was the only one that actually had a fucking brain throughout that whole thing. And everyone's like, oh, she's just annoying. I'm like, yeah, fucking Felicity is crying about everything. No, remember when Felicity said she would rather have the city be destroyed than saving Oliver?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and then in Season 4, she's like, no, I want to help people. I'm like, no, you fucking liar. I'm like, no, you don't. You just said you were willing to sacrifice millions of lives to save your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be the Jessica chick. Yeah, she's my number
Absolutely.
one. My number 2 would be Lance, and my number 3 would be Diggle.
Do we have... Okay, out of all the characters we've mentioned, which one do you think is the least likely to die?
Laurel.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Okay, Luis, would you rather see Black Canary die than Laurel? I mean, than Diggle?
Yeah, good idea. Never mind.
I'm j- He's like, oh shit, I gotta think about this for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, Laurel. They'd be really stupid to kill her off.
They-
Unless they want to kill off Sarah again.
Oh yeah, it could be
Oh,
Sarah
God.
again.
Oh god, please no. Please no. Just like, God, I swear, that girl can't even go outside without getting killed.
Hey, unless this is Malcolm.
I don't think it'll be Malcolm.
I don't think
Nyssa.
it would be. I don't think Oliver would give two shits if Nyssa died.
Yeah. Well, they are basically still kind of married.
Yeah, did they ever get an annulment?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I think Oliver forgot.
So does that mean Oliver is technically cheating on his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck this show. Oh, God, now do you guys know why I prefer Daredevil over this show? Holy fuck. Because it's like, come on. Oh, God damn it. So we think Jessica's gonna die. We think Laurel is the least likely to die. I've also, going back to the Thea theories, I've also heard she might be What was the name of
Cheshire?
that character, Luis? Cheshire?
From Young Justice, Cheshire.
No. Okay, well, she's from the comics, and guess who she had a love relationship with?
Red Arrow.
Roy.
Roy, I know. Cheshire.
No, Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she kind of fits that mold. She's a trained
Yeah.
assassin at this point.
Yeah.
She
True.
has a love romance. She had a love romance with Roy.
True.
She might be that. I don't think she will be Red Hood, but she might become that villain.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we thought of this on the podcast. It's like, yes, we thought of an original idea. Okay, but another nitpick I have with Arrow is that didn't they say the show is going to be more light in tone, not be as dark?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said. So why is this like the most darkest episode we've seen so far?
It's a first
I mean-
episode. Come on.
I know, but Flash wasn't that dark.
True.
I mean, you get what I'm saying, right? Flash wasn't
Yeah.
that dark. I mean, it's serious, but it's not like, I don't know. I feel like Arrow just needs to stop being dark.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Up with the Batman.
going back to... No, I was going to say Daredevil, because that thing just outright trounced it in terms of how dark it can get. It's just like, with Arrow, it's like when you see Daredevil, you're like, holy shit, that's like organic grittiness, and when you watch Arrow, it's like, okay, they're trying way too hard. So I just think they should just abandon the whole thing, and just be like, you know what, fuck it. We should just make it lighthearted. Which is what they're gonna do, supposedly, but I don't know. I feel like this season's gonna have conflicting tones.
Yeah.
I don't know. At least with The Flash, it has its serious moments, but for the most part, it's a really fun show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like with Arrow, it's like one moment it's fun, then one moment it's not, and then it's like, what are you trying to tell me? You know, I don't. Okay, another thing is, so supposedly, as of right now, Arrow and Flash are leading up to Legends of Tomorrow. Am I the only one that's a little concerned that they're going to focus way too much on building that up?
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
That's
I think-
what they said.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna go. I feel like they're gonna go that route, and they're gonna be like, let's ignore our plot to build up our other show that comes out during the holiday break. I'm like, no. You can build it up. I don't care if you build it up, but at the same time, it's like, do it in a way where it's like, it doesn't take focus away from Damien Darker Zoom, please.
True.
Cause I don't know. All right, so before we wrap this podcast, do you guys have anything else to say? Because I'm kind of thinking about wrapping it up.
When
Yeah.
Supergirl, I know they're not going to do anything for season 4, but when Supergirl comes out, do you think we'll see like a crossover between Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl?
They've already confirmed they're not doing a crossover in the first season.
I know, but I would say like in the future.
I think we talked about this on the last podcast with Luis and I. I think they're not quite sure what to do with Supergirl. Like, there's a rumor going around that she is part of the Arrowverse, and then there's a rumor that she's not part of the Arrowverse, that she's her own separate thing. I'm not sure. I think they should.
It'd be nice to see all 3 of them in one episode.
Teaming up against, like, Darkseid or
Yeah.
something. Oh, dude, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
It would just be... oh my god, please. That would just be so epic.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they not want to do that? I mean, we're basically giving them a story to write right now for free. If you executives are somehow watching this, take this idea, make Green Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, and hell, throw in the Legends of Tomorrow, make them team up to defeat Darkseid. I swear to God.
That'd be money and
wait,
viewership right there.
Oh my god, like, you would have so many ratings, it'd be ridiculous. Oh, okay. I want to say this. Do you guys... God. Oh, there's a rumor going around. You guys remember Smallville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a rumor going around that Superman from Smallville will be
on.
appearing in The Flash.
Oh, you mean Tom?
Tom Welling, yeah. So Superman might be in The Flash.
That'd be pretty sick.
I mean, like, yeah, because it's like, dude, I can tell the difference between the movie version and the TV show version. Just stop teasing me and let me see these characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want Superman to get his own show because he's had, like, a bunch of them. But, like, at the same time, it's like, can we at least show him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want Batman because he just makes Green Arrow look inferior.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, but I am so down for Superman being in the Arrowverse, which means that Supergirl can be in the Arrowverse because they've acknowledged Superman exists in the Supergirl show.
Yep.
So I'm down for Superman being in it, and like Superman being like the mentor figure, because I think we brought it up in our Supergirl preview, Luis. Didn't we say like there's going to be some apocalyptic event? And if Superman doesn't show up to help Supergirl out, it's gonna feel really weird.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, this planet is about to be destroyed. Well, looks like only Supergirl can save it. I'm like, wait a minute. You know Superman exists in this universe, right? He should be showing up any minute to help her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, isn't that gonna be too distracting if they don't do that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be awful if they
That
do
would-
that.
it'd be like, I don't know. I just feel like they should just show us Superman and just be like, hey, Superman exists in this universe. He's not getting his own show, but he will be a figure.
He'll make
You're off and
cameo appearances.
He'll help out when he needs to show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Honest, I don't want Batman though.
I'm tired.
I'm so done with. Like, I'm so tired of Batman. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't even watch Gotham because I'm like so sick of Batman.
My dad is really into Gotham right now.
I know.
I guess I'll have to watch it, but we're too late into this cycle of superhero shows to start reviewing Gotham. Okay, so that's basically. Oh, that's right. We got to bring up the Flash when they referenced Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Flash signal?
Oh yeah.
And they're like, Cisco, where did you get that idea? And he's like, I think I got it off a comic book. And I'm like, that's awesome. Oh, it's like, oh, that is like the most epic Batman reference without it showing Batman. It's crazy. All right, do you guys have anything else to say before we wrap this up?
I do.
All right, what do you got to say?
The Huntress.
Yeah, there's a rumor of her coming back. I hope she does.
I know, me
She's a
too.
cool character.
She is.
She's a cool character. I really liked her.
hmm
I was kind of pissed off she didn't appear in season 3, honestly.
But it's season 3. What do you expect?
What did they get right? Like, let's talk about this for a minute. We're not done until we find at least
One thing.
three things. Three things, because it's 3 seasons that we liked in season 3. Who wants to go first?
Luis.
Uh, um,
Should we pass the ball to someone else?
yeah, I got nothing right now.
Sean.
Laurel. I liked Laurel. I liked. Oh, son of a bitch. Brandon.
Laurel.
Oh, fuck.
Huh.
Luis.
I like Nissa.
Okay, so that's one thing from Luis's list. Do you have anything else?
I was gonna
What do you
say
think?
I was gonna say Slade, but then
He was only in
Never
one
mind.
episode.
And he sucked in that one episode.
And because of that, we're not
Yeah.
seeing him again, apparently.
Fuck. God damn it.
I mean, if you really, Brandon, if you really want to see like the guy who plays Slade, Manny Bennett, like all badass,
Watch Spartacus.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Nissa's in that too. Don't you see her naked in that?
Yeah.
All the more reason to watch. Okay. All right. Whose turn is it to say?
I think it's your turn.
Is it my
Yeah.
turn? Oh fuck. Oh wait, no. This is something I really liked. I loved seeing Oliver being the apprentice of Ra's al Ghul. That was.
Oh
cool
yeah, that
while it
was
lasted.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was
I'll
awesome.
him.
Okay, so we all like
Yeah,
that.
that's two things.
Definitely.
Okay, that's two things on all our list that we like. Now we have to come up with a third thing. Brandon, it's your
Oh,
turn.
fuck. Okay. Shit. Well, I thought the beginning of season 3 wasn't too bad.
You have to name something you liked from it.
Fuck. Luis?
No, you're chickening out.
Let's see this. Nissa, Al-Tahim. Honestly, it kind of surprised me to see Katana.
Okay, so that's the third thing was Katana. Oh god, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. All right, I'm not gonna take Luis's answer. I'm gonna come up with my own original thing. Mine's a good way to end the podcast, though. So, Brandon, it's your turn.
Even though it's not like up there as like the most favorite thing, it's not horrible, but kind of the transition from Thea becoming a side character to like the main character, like the development of
Yeah, I'll agree.
how she became Speedy and all that.
Okay, I'll agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. All right, now it's my final one, and this is the perfect way to end the podcast. We got to see Felicity with just her bra on. I'm done.
No, we got to see the sex scene. We get that. The whole sex
No,
scene.
I did not.
Definitely.
No,
I saw the whole section.
I did not like. It was the closest thing we're ever gonna see to an arrow porn. We're done.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, what about the series finale when he gets with Laurel?
Well, the thing is with the porn, they can do anything they want. They can make anyone hook up with anybody. No one is safe. Oh my god. All right. Is there anything else? I think that's a great way to end the podcast. Okay. Does anyone else have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, I'm okay.
I think I'm good
All
too.
All right. With that being said, all right. Say bye to the audience, guys. You're gonna get cut off from the recording.
Bye bye. We'll see you
Later.
in the next podcast.
All right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy the podcast and tune in next week when we review episode 2 of both respective series. Until then, have a phenomenal day, everybody. We'll catch you later.